Hello friends, this is Mike from Wright, and this is the explanations video for SAT 2's Math, no calculator section, question number 6. Alright, here it says, oh, look at this graph. There's two lines, there's a line L and a line K on the XY axis. Alright, and it says, in the XY plane above, line L is parallel to line K. What is the value of P? Well, where's P? Oh, here's P. We're wondering what the value of P is. I guess it's like, how far over on the x-axis are we up here? All right, so these two lines are parallel. What's this point right here? They've given us these two, this line right here with these 2 points, this line over here, here's 1 point, here's part of another point. We need to find this like missing coordinate. All right, I'm going to show you 2 ways of doing this. The first way, it's the better way. Use the graph. Second way is the algebra way. It's also a way. It's just a slower, dumber, stupider, everybody hates it kind of way, you know? This is just to say, one of the most fundamental principles in the SAT is to use the right language. A lot of these questions are much easier to do in one language, the language of graphs, for example, than they are to do in the other language, the language of algebra in this case. Here, those solutions, both solutions work. You'll see that the algebra solution totally works, and it's definitely a solid failsafe, but the graph solution is easier. It's easier to do. It makes it an easier problem. It makes it the kind of problem that's very, number 6-able. You can do this problem super quick the graph way. This is a hard question. If this were the only way of doing it, it'd be like question, 13 or something. All right, so on to plan A. What is plan A? Well, plan A is to use the graph. If they're given us a graph, and they're saying on this graph, they're giving us some information, on this graph, lines L and K are parallel. These 2 lines are parallel lines. And they're saying, what's P? Well, we're going to use the graph to find out what P is. And we're going to do it basically by taking advantage of the fact that parallel means same slope. It means the same rise over run. When 2 lines are parallel, their slopes are the same. Look at these 2 lines go. See this slope? This slope is the same as that slope. Look at that. All right. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to figure out the slope of this line. What's the slope of this line? And then we're going to take it, and we're going to be like, well, this slope is the same as that slope. So we're going to take this slope and apply it to this line. It's going to be the same, and then we're going to figure out P from there. What is slope? Well, slope is rise over run. The slope is the ratio of how much upness happens every time overness happens. In this case, here looking at these coordinates, right, the 2 points that were given, what the difference between these 2 points is that here's -5 and 0, and this other point here is 0, 2. Here, in terms of the x-axis, how far does it move over? It moves over 5. Right here, it starts at -5, goes over to 0. Well, that's a difference of 5. It moves over 5. Right? In the meantime, while it's moving over 5, it's moving up by a certain amount. And here, it starts at 0. It ends up at 2. It moves up 2. So what slope is the ratio of how much upness happens for every overness. But you don't even need to think about it in that complex terms. This is like, for every 5 times this goes over, it's going to go up 2. This kind of line is an up 2 over 5 type line. Doop, doo, doop, doo, doop, doo. It's going to go on infinitely, It's just going to, where is this going to be? We'll go up 2 over 5, up 2 over 5, up 2 over 5, etc. Right? We're just going to take that principle, knowing that this is the same slope as that, and we're going to force this to go up 2 over 5, up 2 over 5. That is to say, we've figured out this slope. This is an up 2 over 5 type line. And we're going to apply it to this line. We're going to start at this point and go up 2 over 5. And then we're going to do that twice. And we're going to get to this point. Here, starting at 0, -4, let's go up 2, or I guess let's go over 5 first. So this 0 is going to turn into a 5. Right? We're going 5 over, so this x coordinate is a 5. And we're going to go up 2. So here we're going to go do, right? Do. And the point we're going to end up at is 5, -2. Right? That is to say, here's the 0, right? That 0 turned into a 5 because we went over 5. And this -4 turns into a -2 because we went up 2. And you can see it on the graph. It looks like the point 5, -2. Because we went over 5, we went up 2, right? Here's -2, right? This is -4. It's halfway between, right? All right. But this isn't the point we care about. We care about this point. But we can kind of tell, hopefully, that we're kind of halfway to that point, right? We started at -4. We want to get all the way up to 0. Well, we're not at 0 yet. We're at -2. So we need to do that again. We're going to go up 2 more, and this is going from -2 to 0. Then we're going to go over 5 more. This is from 5 to 10. All of that is kind of like a long-winded way of saying this is an up 2 over 5 type line. Do that twice, and you've gotten here, right? From 0 up 2, sorry, from -4 up 2, that's 0. And then, hey, look, this y-coordinate is the same. That's like the right amount of times. You do this twice. And so in order to do this twice, whenever you do this twice, you need to do the over 5 thing twice, because these two have the same slope. So here we're going to go over 5 once, and we've gone from 0 to 5. And then we've gone over 5 again, and we've gone from 5 to 10. That's how you can tell that 10 is the answer. That's the right x-coordinate. All right. That's the graphy way. IMO, the better way. Let's go to plan B, though. We're going to show how you can do this in algebra. And it's going to use the same fundamental principle as the first starting piece of information, that parallel means the same slope. When two lines are parallel, it means that the slope of one is the same as the slope of the other. And this is the first thing. We're going to translate that like English language understanding of what parallel means into algebra. And here this is just saying the slope of L is the same as the slope of K. Slope L equals slope K. Then we're going to use the same principle again, that slope is rise over run. We use this as well here. Slope equals rise over run. So the slope of L, that's the same as the rise of L over the run of L, right? How much did L go up over how much did L go across? And that, whatever this rise over run is going to be the same as the rise over run for K, right? Because slope is the same as rise over run. All right, now we're going to take advantage of the fact that, so like rise is how much did y change? That's this right here, y2 minus y1. You take 1 point and you subtract what's the difference in the y's. You put that over the difference in the x's. That's rise over run. And so what I've done in this step here is I've just substituted the points we have. I've substituted 0, 2, that's these right here, and -5 and 0, that's these two right here. So 2 minus 0, 0 minus -5. This is me just plugging in these values from y2 and y1 and x2 and x1. So I've done that here. These are the 2 points from here. We're trying to figure out what the rise over run is for this line. We're going to say this rise over run is the same as the rise over run for this one. This one's a little bit more complicated because we don't know every single point. But here we've got the 0 and the -4. So we've got 0 minus -4. Here's this y-coordinate and that y-coordinate. 0 minus -4. That's this y2 minus y1. And on the other side, we've got p minus 0. So this is p minus 0, right? This is x2 minus x1. Here's p minus 0. OK. Then we're just going to simplify, right? 2 minus 0 is 2. 0 minus -5 is 0 plus 5, so that's 5. So this is 2 over 5. And then 0 minus -4, well, that's 0 plus 4, because 2 minuses make a positive, so that's 4. And p minus 0, that's just going to be p. So 2 over 5 equals 4 over p. Then we're going to cross multiply. 2 times p, that's 2p. 5 times 4, that's 20. Right? And now all we need to do is get p alone, so we're going to take p, and we're going to divide both sides by 2 to get p alone. So 20 divided by 2 is 10, and p is 10. Boom. All right, 2 different ways of doing it. That's all for this question. See you in the next one.